Hello, you guys. Happy Sunday and welcome to the first live of 2025. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm so happy to be back on live with you. Happy New Year. I hope you have a wonderful week and I hope that the first week of the new year has been going well for you. As we saw around the world, there's a lot going on, especially with this shift in energy. So hi to everybody that's joined. Especially with this shift in energy, a lot is happening in the world and there is a lot going on that we need to talk about. But one of the main things I want to talk about and what I've seen within this first week of the new year is a lot of talk about manifestation. And I made a post about this and I'm just going to clarify it with you and go over some of the details. And the post was that manifestation requires alignment, not time. And this is very true. A lot of people are creating vision boards and manifestation boards for their life. And all of that is really, really great, right? It's a great way to spend your time and energy and to help you create a vision of what you want to happen in your life. But the thing is that we also hear this narrative that manifestation takes time. And that is true. Manifestation does take time, but manifestation requires alignment. Taking time is the second part of this bit. But the first part of this is that manifestation requires alignment. If you are not in alignment, then you won't be able to manifest anything. It's really that simple. I've talked about this before. You need to get into alignment. If you're not sure what this really means or what this looks like, go back to the last live of 2024, where I talked about this some more and how to get into alignment for the new year. And this is one of the common misconceptions or beliefs that I see is that, you can just wait around for your manifestation to appear and it's just all of a sudden going to appear one day, but that's not true. Like I said, you need to get into alignment first. So that's what you need to do, okay? That is the secret sauce. You need to align your energy with your goals, intentions, and your dream. I'm just looking at my notes here. So again, that's a secret sauce. That's your secret weapon. You need to align your energy. And we talked about this a little bit in the last live. And once you're able to do that, and you're able to align your energy with your goals, your intentions, what you're able to create, essentially your vision board, then you're able to have this manifest in your 3D reality, right? So it's not the time aspect that you're focusing on. And I don't want you guys to focus on that. I want you to focus on how do I get into alignment first so that my manifestations can speed up and the time will speed up and therefore show up more in my 3D reality. That's what you need to focus on all of 2025, not your vision boards, not what you're trying to create. How do I get into alignment, right? That's where the key is. That is the secret sauce. And that is what's going to change the manifestation game for a lot of you. And I think that's why a lot of you are able to manifest some things on your vision board, but you're not able to manifest the majority of it. Or maybe you manifest something on your manifestation board, but it doesn't show up in the way that you like or show up in the manner that you like. So again, focus on alignment. Don't focus on the time. Once you're in alignment, the time will speed up and adjust accordingly to how and when it should manifest in your 3D reality. Does that make sense? Let me know if you guys have any questions. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is some common beliefs that I see or I hear about manifestation. And I just Googled these. I took them straight off the internet of what some people have said about manifestation. And I think this is a good starting point and a good reminder for a lot of you of how we can use manifestation to help us this year create what we want in our lives. But again, a lot of these beliefs are true, or there's a lot of details that are missing. And I feel like I could share more information with you about this. So we're going to go over, there's 11 of them. So bear with me. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comment box below. Again, I will be happy to clarify and answer the questions for you. So the first one, this common belief that we see online or that people believe is that the law of attraction / manifestation does not work for everyone. This is not true. Manifestation works for everyone. Manifestation can work for everyone. Manifestation will work for everyone. The reason why it's not working for you is because you don't know how to use it. You don't know what you're doing. you're just reading general statements online or just general information that people are putting out online and thinking, okay, this is how I manifest, i.e. creating my vision board. There's more to it than that. This manifestation is a skill set. It needs to be nurtured. You need to train for it. You need to be prepared. You need to educate yourself on it. You need to do your research. You need to practice. It is a 100% skill set that you need to develop and work on. So for you to think that it doesn't work for you or that it doesn't work for anybody is a misconception about manifestation. It works for everybody. You just don't know how to use it, or they don't know how to use it. So again, let me just check the comments. It works for everybody. That's what you need to know. Get that out of your head that it's not working for you. You're just probably not doing it right. Your method is not right. And you just need to make some tweaks and adjustments so that it works in your favor. Okay. It's a lot of trial and error. Like I said before, there's a lot of techniques for manifestation. So it doesn't look the same for everybody. How I manifest is going to be different than how you manifest. Why is that, Michelle? Because everybody's energy is different. Everybody's life circumstances are different, right? You could be living in, I don't know, a place that's an energetic hotspot, right? Where the energies are going to help you manifest. Somebody could be, in a very toxic environment where they're not able to manifest. So again, it's different for everybody. And in those certain environments, people are going to use different methods and different ways and techniques to help them manifest. So that's why it's different for everybody. There's no one straight method of how to do it. There are guiding principles that can help you. But again, for anyone to say this is how you do it, play by play, is incorrect. That's not true. Okay, so manifestation, the law of attraction, does work for everybody. It can work for everybody if you know what you're doing. That's number one. Number two, manifesting with the law of attraction is magic. Is it magic like in the sense of like a magician? No, it's not magic like that. Listen, manifestation has been around for a very long time. And it's not just a spiritual community that has talked about this. Science has talked about it. Religion has talked about it. Politics has talked about it. They're just terminating it a different word, right? So it's not always the word manifestation in religion or politics or in science, right? They're using different terminology, but it has been around for a long time. It is not magic, right? You can look into the science books. It is based in facts. So for people to say that it's magic, no, it's not something that you're whipping up out of thin air and, stirring in a pot and poof out of the hat like your manifestation appears. It's not magic like that. Is it magical in the sense that like you are able to create these things in your reality and have it go from an image in your mind into a physical 3D reality? Yes, that process is magical. The manifestation process is magical because essentially you are a co-creator. Like I said, you're taking an image in your mind and having that image create and manifest in your 3D reality. Like, what's not magical about that? That's super magical, right? But I wouldn't say in itself that manifesting and the law of attraction is magical. It's not. It's theory based, right? It is something that has been around for a very long time, and we're only now seeing a lot of people delve into it and have it appear in different forms. But again, if you go back in the history books and if you do your proper research, you will see that this is not magic. This is something that has been around for a very long time. It just looks different. It was just talked about differently. It was just shared online differently. And it was just termed something differently than what you're used to hearing. So again, it's just not generally magic. The process is magical in itself, but I wouldn't say that it's magic like thin air, use a wand. It's like none of that, okay? Okay, number 3. Positive or negative feelings attract good or bad things. Yeah, this is true, right? Positive and negative feelings attract good or bad things. And this is why you hear some people say like, my manifestation came true, but it's like not what I wanted. How were you feeling at that time, right? You need to maintain a higher vibration, like I've said before, to attract good things into your life. a lot of this is neutral energy, and then the manifestation is responding to your energetic state. So if you're walking around and you're a negative Nancy all day, the things that you manifest are not going to be quite positive. Whereas somebody who is, may not have the best things in life, wakes up every day and they're grateful and thankful to be alive, that's a positive mindset, and they're going to be able to manifest a lot quicker and a lot more positive things than you're able to manifest. So again, positive and negative feelings will attract good or bad things. Like attracts like, right? So this is the law of attraction. It's the same kind of concept. So you want to make sure that you're positive and that things around you are positive and that everything is in alignment with you. Hi, Parshell. How are you? Let me know if you have any questions about manifestation. Okay, so again, try to be positive. Try to stay in a more positive, energetic, lighter state so that you can attract good things to you. The energy of manifestation of what you're trying to create is just responding to you, essentially, and where you are energetically. That's why you go back to what I said before. You want to be in alignment, right? Again, if you've been around in my audience for a long time, then you could see how a lot of everything kind of connects and how everything is related and how everything is interconnected and in a very concise ecosystem within what I'm talking about here, right? So again, everything plays into each other. If you can't master one thing, you won't be able to master another. Okay. Number 4, manifesting is really difficult. So a lot of people in the spiritual community want to say like, no, manifestation is not difficult, like buy my course, I'll teach you how to do it, or like it's really easy for you. Listen, manifestation is difficult. I'm not going to lie to you. And I've always said this, okay? Go back in the lives. I've always said this. It's really difficult. And I feel like what a lot of other spiritual teachers or gurus are talking about is like manifesting like one-off things like a parking spot or free coffee. Those things are easy, but I'm talking about serious manifestation here, like where you're manifesting consistently positive things, like always in alignment. That kind of manifestation, that level of it is extremely difficult to get to at, right? You need to be like a pro manifester. I'm not even there yet because we live in the 3D world. And because there is a lot of density in the 3D world, it poses a difficulty with manifestation. Unless you're able to master your auric field and your energetic field, then I would say you're not going to be able to manifest easily, right? It's going to be very difficult for you. You need mastery of those things first in order for manifestation to become easy for you. And you need to get into alignment first in order for it to not to be difficult. That's the process that a lot of people struggle with when it comes to manifestation, right? That's the part that's difficult, getting into alignment. That can take years. And a lot of people aren't able to do that, right? So again, it's a lot of work. I've never said that it was not work. It's a lot of work that a lot of people just are not able to do because of life circumstances or where they're at or their mindset. So again, it looks different for everybody. Manifesting is really difficult. If you hear people telling you that that's not true, go try what they're saying and you will find out, period. Right? So again, that's number 4. It is really difficult. If you want to get to the state of manifesting that I'm talking about, it is very difficult. It's a lot of work. Number 5, manifestation or the law of attraction is some woo-woo concept. It's not a woo-woo concept, okay? Like, does it sound really woo-woo when I'm talking about it to you? Like, if you're in my audience, like, does my feed seem really woo-woo to you? Like, it doesn't to me. You make it woo-woo, okay? You have those people out there that are making it woo-woo, right? Like, using crystals and like, I don't know, like putting flowers in a pot and throwing it in the air. Like, that's your woo-woo shit that you're bringing into this, okay? So don't say that generally baseline concept that it's woo-woo. It's not. Like I said, if you go back in history or if you look in science, there's no woo-woo in that. You're making it woo-woo. Who you're listening to is making it woo-woo. Who you're absorbing and taking information from is making it woo-woo. So that's a you problem, right? That's not a concept problem. That's a you problem. So you need to check. And like I said, a lot of these spiritual people are sophisticated merchants. You need to check who you're listening to, right? If they're selling a bunch of woo-woo nonsense, you need to have discernment and be like, this is not what I'm aligned with, right? This is not going to get me where I want to be. A lot of that woo-woo stuff is there to, it's fluff, right? It's fluff to fill in the gaps so that you're not able to discern if what they're telling you or selling you is actually real information that's going to help you and that you're going to be able to apply in your life, right? A lot of it is filler. A lot of it is fluff. A lot of it is to fill up time and space and to take your money that you've worked for. So again, it's not woo-woo. It's who you're listening to that's making it woo-woo for you, okay? And if you don't believe me, just do your own research, right? Like I've said, look in the religious books, look in science, look in politics. Like a lot of fields and professions use manifestation. But again, like I said, it's not termed the same concept. So that's why you're not familiar with it. But in those different fields, it's not woo-woo. It's this narrative that the spiritual community has come up with and the way that they're presenting it that appears very woo-woo. But again, there's people out there like me who don't do that, right? And that's not the way that it's really supposed to be used. A lot of it is not, it's just not that, okay? So is it woo-woo? No, it's not some woo-woo concept. It's very fact-based, very there's proof, right? There's proof. Okay, let me know if you guys have any questions, or if you're watching the replay, let me know if you have any questions. Number 6, you can just order whatever you want from the universe through your manifestation. Lean back and the universe will deliver. Essentially, you're just waiting for your manifestation to happen and to come into your reality. This is not true. You can put in your order, right? And you can lean back and wait, but the universe will not deliver it to you if you're not doing any work, right? And this is, again, another hang up that I consistently see where people just think that, like, I've made my vision board, so like, where is my stuff? You have to do a work. You have to do work. There's a level of work in spirituality and manifestation that a lot of people are not able to do. It is deep, deep, serious work that people, like I said, are just not there. They're not ready to do that kind of work. I don't know anybody actually in my life who's ready to do that kind of work. People are not there yet. People are not ready to turn the mirror inside and do that kind of deep work and analysis that needs to be done to have the universe be at their beck and call. And we can use an example, like think if you go to the drive-through, you put in your order, and then you're, waiting in the line and they give you your food. So what is the missing piece there? The missing piece was that you paid, right, money for your order. How did you pay money for your order? You had to go to work and get the money in order to pay for your order. That there, the work part, is the missing piece. It's the exact same thing with the universe and manifesting. If you want your order, you're going to have to pay for it through the work, right? And the work is twofold. The work may be physical and the work may be energetic, right? So there's a lot, and that's the difficult part that people can't seem to fathom that they have to do. It's not just like, hi, universe, I want a new bright red Mercedes. Where is it? You've got to do the work. And that can look differently. That looks different for everybody, what the work is going to look like, right? Maybe you have financial blocks where you're not even able to manage money to pay for your new Mercedes. Maybe you don't have a living environment where you're able to park your Mercedes safely. Like, it looks different for everybody. This is just an example, but again, there's a level of work that is involved in order to get your order. Do you guys follow this? Does this make sense to you? There's always a level of work involved. This is a partnership and a relationship with the divine, like I said that before, that needs to be cultivated. The connection has to be there. so that they know that they can trust you and that you know that you can trust them to deliver. It's the same thing with the drive-through example. You know, if you pay, you're going to get your food. You know, if you do the work, the universe will give you what you've asked for. Your payment looks different. You're paying with money to get your food, but your payment with the universe looks different. Maybe you'll have to pay with money. Maybe you'll have to pay with your time. Maybe you'll have to pay with sacrifices. Maybe you'll have to pay with hard work. Maybe you'll have to pay with changing your belief systems. Maybe you'll have to pay with loss. Maybe you'll have to, like, who knows what it looks like? Are you guys following me what I'm saying? Like, it looks differently, but you cannot just lean back and think that the other partner in this relationship is going to do all the work. It does not work like that. And if that is what you are thinking, then you are highly, highly misinformed. And I've just informed you that you're misinformed. So make the adjustment, right? Okay. Number 7. The secret is the origin of the law of attraction or manifesting. So the secret that this comment is referring to is like the book The Secret that came out in like the early 2000s, right? That is not the origin of the law of attraction or manifestation, okay? That is a way that it was presented to society, and it was very easy and simple, and it was just, to spark enthusiasm and to get you excited about it and to buy their book and whatever, I don't know. But like I said before, it is not the origin of the law of attraction or manifestation, right? It goes back in different fields and professions. If you did the work, if you were able to trace it, you can see that it goes back. The Bible talks about it. The Bible talks about it. So if the Bible's talking about it, how is The Secret that came out in the early 2000s, I think, how is that the origin? Right? The origin is your relationship with the divine. That's the origin. Okay? I just gave it to you. Don't buy the book. I just gave it to you. But to say that The Secret was the origin of the law of attraction is just wild. That's not the origin, okay? No. Let's move on. 8. Creating a vision board is enough to manifest your dreams. No, it's not enough to manifest your dreams. Like I say, and this is what I see with YouTubers and people and influencers. I made my vision board. I got the dream house. I got the dream car. I got the dream man. Why don't you talk about the work that you did to get to that point? That's the problem I have with these people. They don't want to talk about the work. They don't want to talk about what they have to do to get these things, right? And they're just selling it to you so that you buy whatever they're selling, right? They're missing the key important step that they're not telling you about, the work. They didn't talk about the 15 years that they were on YouTube, still working a 9 to 5, but grinding in the back, filming videos and then pumping that out, editing all night and doing that, not missing a day of posting online, right? In order for their YouTube success, as an example. They're not talking about that level of work. They just want to say to you, oh my God, I've made it. What about the work? What about the work? So again, creating a vision board is not enough to manifest your dreams. You have to work towards it. You have to put in the actionable steps, the practical, logical steps here in the 3D world in order to manifest whatever it is you're trying to create on your vision board. If you don't believe me, make your vision board, sit there all year and do nothing, and then come to me at the end of the year and tell me, guess what, Michelle, I've gotten everything on my vision board. Okay? Do that and let me know how it works out for you. But like I said, creating the vision board is not enough. You're going to have to put in some work, some level of work. And I've talked about this briefly in the live, right? What that kind of looks like. So you need to figure out, what does that look like? create an actionable step list. When you're writing out your goals for the new year or what it is that you want to create, don't just write like, I want to, I don't know, like just say move, right? Like, how are you going to do that? Write down the actionable steps. First, I need to, let's say, think about where I want to move to. Next, I want to see, like, do I need a visa to move there? Do I need to sell my house to move there? Do I need to get a roommate? How much money would I need to have? Those are all actionable steps. They're going to help you do this. So it's the same thing, right? You want to create actionable steps that will help your vision board manifest in your 3D reality. This is a lot. But do you see, like, I literally Googled this and came up with this list. I Googled it. There was 11 points on this list. And anybody could just read this and Google this and be like, okay, like, perfect. This is my blueprint. And it's not. Do you see how much more information I've given to you in this live about just these things? Where now you're starting to realize, you know, there's more to it than what I'm reading and seeing online. There really is. Okay, so make sure you do your research. Let's keep going. Number 9. Using manifestation or the law of attraction makes you selfish. No, it does not make you selfish. Who's judging you? Who is the judge and the jury in this, okay? Your friends, your family, what are they doing? Look at your friends and family and see what they're doing and tell me if you want to do that shit. I don't. Okay, so who's judging you? All of this is in your head. It is not making you selfish. It is available, like I said, in number 1, is available to everybody. It's not your fault that they're not using it. It's not your fault that they don't have a connection with the divine. It's not your fault they're not willing to do the work and they're happy with their basic life. It's not your fault. You do what you have to do. It does not make you selfish at all. That's just a limiting belief. Okay? It does not make you selfish. Focus on yourself. Number 10. You need to overcome all your abundance blocks before manifestation, the law of attraction, works for you. Yes, this is true. Well, you don't need to overcome all of them, but you need to actively be doing the work. You need to be self-aware. You need to be conscious. And you need to be mindful of what your blocks are. And you need to navigate successfully through them to manifest. I wouldn't say that you need to overcome them all, because that gives the perception that you're this perfect person where you just, you know, have done all the work, and that results in the ego coming into play, right? And I don't want to say that that's what you need to do. I want to say that you need to actively be doing the work and to try to overcome these blocks in order to get to that point. I think that's more of a realistic way to look at it, because you are still able to manifest if you're actively doing the work, if you're conscious and aware, and if you are, you know, living living authentically and in essence of who you are as a creator, right? I think that you're still going to be able to manifest without having to sit there and be like, I'm perfect. I've overcome all of my blocks. I'm, you know, like, that's just not a reality, right? It takes a lot of work. And I think for anybody to be able to say that, I think that there is still a lot of ego in play. And usually people who say something like that aren't even able to see that their ego is in play, and they need a reality check, right? So again, I don't think we need to be so extreme to say that I've overcome them all. I think what we can say as a great starting point is like, hey, I'm conscious of what my blocks are. I'm actively taking actionable steps in working to overcome my blocks, and I'm conscious of when they're appearing and how I'm navigating through them. I think that's a really safe and supportive way to start thinking about this, okay? The last one, number 11, let me know if you guys have any questions. Number 11, the law of attraction / manifestation is the answer to everything. Is it the answer to everything? I don't think it's the answer to everything. I think that it will meet some of what your wants and some of your needs. I think that it will solve a lot of the hardships in your life. I think that it will help give you a sense of purpose, but I don't think it is the answer to everything, right? I think it is a great tool to use to help you shape your life. It is not the answer to everything. So, and you can see how when the way that's phrased, right? The answer to everything is like, it's very ego based, right? That whole statement, the law of attraction is the answer to everything. You know, it's not really like that. That's very low vibrational. That's very ego driven and ego based. The law of attraction can provide a lot of answers to you, but it's not going to solve all of your problems. It's not going to make your problems go away. It is not going to make you essentially happy inside for the long term. The law of attraction and manifestation is often used for gratification, right? So you really have to think about why you're using this, and this is why I say when I teach manifestation, you know, you always want to come from a place of service. Yes, my manifestation, for example, my manifestation will help me, but like, how can it also help other people? And I think if you fine tune your process with manifestation to look something like that, then you will be more fulfilled in the inside. A lot of you know that, right? Like over this overconsumption and getting all these things, it's coming from wounds, right? You need these things to help you feel better, but you actually don't feel better once you have them. You may be feeling better temporarily, but then you're still kind of sad inside. It's the same thing. The manifestation and actual law of attraction will provide you with instant gratification, but is that enough? You need to know, is that enough? If your manifestation comes through, is that enough? I've given you examples on these lives of where I've manifested things, and then 5 years later, 10 years later, when they've manifested, I was like, I don't want it. I no longer wanted it. 5, 10 years down the line. So you need to be able to have that foresight and say, yes, 10 years down the line, when this manifestation comes true, I still want this. How many of you can say that right now? You don't even know if you can say that. You don't even have that level of awareness. I know you don't. So again, you need to dial it back and really think about, like, where is all of this coming from? Why do I want these things? Why am I trying to manifest this life? Right, not this life, right? Why are you trying to manifest these things? For who? Who is it helping? If they're only helping you, that might be a problem. That doesn't say something to you. If all of your vision board, all of your manifestation life, your manifestation list, sorry, I'm looking at the word live at the top, so I keep saying live. Your manifestation list is only benefiting you, that doesn't tell you something. That doesn't scream red flag to you. That doesn't scream ego to you. Like, really, really think about this. And I'm just so blown away by seeing everyone's vision board and manifestation list and everything like that. And I'm just like, do you even know what this is about? Really, do you even know what this is about? Answer that question and let me know. Anyways, those are the 11 things I wanted to go through with you. I hope you enjoyed this conversation. Let me know always, you guys, if you have any questions. I'm just putting this out there. This might be the last year that I'm live every single weekend. So if you have questions, if you want to know more, come to the lives. My business will be changing a little bit. It's going to look a little different. A lot's going to happen this year. There's going to be a lot of changes. So just letting you know, if you want access to me, This is the best way to do it. If you want to book your personal reading, that's another great way to have access to me. Book your personal reading. Book your private personal reading. I cannot stress that enough. This is a very, very important and critical year in your life, and you need support, and I am here to support you, and your reading will support you. It will give you direction. It will give you the answers. I guarantee that. Join the free broadcast channel, Sovereign Circle. I also post a lot of great tips, motivation, support, insights in there. It's completely free. Click the link in bio. Join our email list. It is going to be fabulous. Click the link in bio. We're live every Sunday at 2 p.m. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. The lives are posted on YouTube, so you can just listen to that in the background if you don't want to actually like fully watch the live, right? So again, there's lots available for you. There's lots of support for you. I love you, and I hope you have a great 2025. Bye.